Today on X-Play, creepy, man, creepy. It's our review of Killer 7, plus illegal booster payments in NCAA Football 2006, and Dynasty Warriors respawns on the PSP. Dude, that's freaking me out. It's game time. Together they form Voltron. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Sadly, there are only two of us, so we just form an arm and a torso. It's a very sad Voltron.
It is sad. Greetings and welcome to X-Play, the show made for nerds, by nerds, and with nerds.
Today, we bring you a review of the decidedly unnerdy sports game, NCAA Football 2006.
Plus, holy repetition, Batman, it's another damn Dynasty Warriors game. Only this time it's for the PSP.
Hold on. Yay! And if you like your RPGs difficult, pretentious, and chock full of childlike graphics, oh, have we got a game for you.
Plus, will you be as confused as we are by the trailer for the new Full Spectrum Warrior game?
And last but not least, we review Killer 7, the weird game that has been polarizing the video game industry.
Is it edgy, violent, and deeply engaging with a bold graphics engine?
Or is the gameplay restrictive and frustrating while the visuals seem stuck in the PS1 era? Well, we'll tell you what we think.
But we begin with one of the best damn football games on the market, period.
Here's a review of NCAA Football 2006.
Outlined against a blue-gray October sky, NCAA Football 06 rides again. College football, the wholesomeness, the rampant wilding, the cheating, the payoffs, the disloyalty is the last pure sport for sports purists.
Touchdown!
Thank heavens, NCAA Football 06 has arrived just in time to show us true athletic achievement.
At the point, and he's brought down.
It's a series that has been around for a few years, and it's relatively unchanged. Dynasty mode is pretty much as you remember. All the teams you'd want are here. You can play as Army or Navy in one of their very historic, very irrelevant yearly matches. I hear Karl Rove leaked the playbook online.
X-Play and politics don't mix. Stick to reviewing games and Tom Cruise jokes.
Let's focus on the big teams, like Florida State University, one of college football's shining institutions. Illegal boosters, call girls, free shoes, glaucoma medicine, and wads of unmarked bills not included. You have to play for the real Florida State for those perks. Allegedly.
Goodbye!
But what really has our heads in a tizzy is the race for the Heisman. Heisman mode is so addicting, Courtney Love bought 5 copies of the game from a guy in West Covina, California. Allegedly. Traveling through Heisman mode allows you to fulfill your football fantasies and go for the Heisman during a 4-year college football playing career. 4-year college football career? Now that's fantasy. And between games, chill out in your dorm room and check out photos of all your girlfriends that may or may not have been alumni gifts. If you get my meaning. Listening to The Clash while hanging out in your dorm room gives the late, great Joe Strummer one more reason to spin and spin and spin in his punky grave. But this is football. College football. If we cared what an old punk had to say, we'd watch Joey.
How you doing? My show sucks. Allegedly.
But let's talk for a moment about the fine announcing team for NCAA Football 06.
I'm Brad Nessler, joined in the booth by Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit.
Lee Corso knows his college football, maybe more than anybody. But his deep, dark secret, one he's only shared with his intimate friends, has finally come out in the open. Could Lee Corso possibly be a furry? Allegedly. Of course, with this knowledge that we totally made up, it makes the mascot football action that much more, I guess disturbing might be the right word. The players look better this time out. The stadiums and fans rock with collegiate passion and homemade signs and cheerleaders. Always cheerleaders. Hardcore college footballers will enjoy this bad boy. NCAA Football 06 gets 4 illegal booster payments out of 5.
Tennessee is on cloud 9 right now, and they should do everything.
In an otherwise dismal year for EA, this near-flawless game reminds us why they've had a stranglehold on the sports market for so long.
And now that EA are the only developers with NFL and NCAA licenses, let's hope they keep up the quality, since we won't have any other options unless they decide to make Tecmo Bowl 2006.
In which case, there will just be a bunch of DOA girls and ninjas playing football.
I would totally play that game.
I wonder if ninjas know the wishbone formation.
And now we transition from football to Warlords. Yes, it's another Dynasty Warriors game.
I know, it seems like we review another one of these every couple of episodes. And that's because a new Dynasty Warriors game comes out every couple of episodes.
And even with an oversaturated market, they still sell faster than a 1 gig memory stick covered in crack. Here's a review of the highly portable Dynasty Warriors for the PSP. From the creators of Dynasty Warriors Criminal Intent, Dynasty Warriors Special Victims Unit, and Dynasty Warriors 2 Electric Boogaloo, comes another member of the DW family. Yes, it's time for the PSP to get their version of the popular hack and slash. Same Dynasty Warriors taste, now in an easy-to-swallow tablet. So allow me to put my long drawn-out sigh into word form. The story, same old, ancient China, war, killing, what more do you need? The flow of battle is a little bit different in this shrinky-dink version. Whereas before you had a huge battlefield in which you had to search for your battles, this time they broke it up into little bite-sized pieces. So not only is the game smaller, but the battle length is smaller too. This is a good thing because you can fight a mini-battle, shut down, go about your business, then reboot right where you left off. Great for the murderous general on the go. Rip Taylor Confetti Power, activate! When you get started, you get to choose generals and decide who you want to be representing your posse. And you get 42 different flavors to choose from, ranging from Betty.
Hi, how are you?
Veronica.
I'm the belle of the ball.
Archie.
We're here for your daughters.
And Jughead.
Yep, picked last again, Ma.
During gameplay, you can either pick a clever strategy or just jump right in and knock down soldiers like bowling pins. The main goal is to try and kill the enemy's leader so his army loses their morale and runs away like a little girl.
I resemble that remark.
It's like a bunch of depressed soldiers fighting to get more Zoloft. Go on, get out of here. Scoot. The fighting animation is pretty good, but the landscapes seem a bit bland and empty, not to mention overrun with copious amounts of fog. Also, when the action really starts to heat up, the frame rate goes way down. Yes, I love it when my soldiers look like they're coming down from speed. Wait, did they just fire lightning from their hands? Ancient Chinese secret, I guess. Well, this is not a bad game. We've gone down this road many times before. Don't force me to call PETA for beating a dead horse. But since there is a lack of big action titles on the PSP at the moment, it's no surprise that it'll make some money. And expect mini clones of the same game to come in the future. So, that being said, it seems I am destined to review the same game until I die. Yet again, we give Dynasty Warriors a 3 out of 5.
You know, it took them until Dynasty Warriors 5 to fix the slowdown on the console version, so I guess we have to wait another half-decade for the slowdown on the PSP to get better.
And by then, we might both be dead, or hosting shows running on clean-burning gasoline alternatives, like vegetable oil, or bitterness.
You already run on bitterness. Your Full Metal Alchemist review is a byproduct.
Ah, good point.
Up next. Hey guys, let's make the title totally random, pretentious, and confusing. For example, Atelier Iris Eternal Mana. Now with +6 apathy, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play.
RPG fans are a special breed. They're hardcore gamers who think nothing of sinking 40 hours into a video game.
And that's why the RPGs made for them still sell, even if they have confusing titles or dated graphics. It's all about the journey.
Yes, which is something we'd like you to keep in mind as we review Atelier Iris Eternal Mana.
Because it looks like something Strawberry Shortcake threw up.
Finally, the game I've been waiting for! Battle of the Hummel Figurines. Ever since I first saw that sappy emotion... Hold on, getting word from Master Control. Apparently, this game is actually Atelier Iris Eternal Mana for the PS2. I guess we're gonna have to wait on that Hummel fighter. $5 on the Summer Fishing Boy when that comes out. Anyway, Atelier Iris is an RPG where you get to play Klain, an alchemist with an attitude.
I can do it outside, but it would work a lot better in here.
The storyline here is fairly weak, in that it feels like we've been here before. You know the drill. A megalomaniacal maniac is gonna destroy the world, and it's up to you, the journeyman alchemist, to save it. Which is obviously such a ripoff from Trainspotting. You've got the standard RPG mechanics, exploring towns, shops, and dungeons with a party of adventurers. But the hook to Atelier Iris is the mana system. Let me see if I can explain this clearly. First, Klain can break open objects in the world to extract their mana essence. Then you can create different items with the essences or combine them with other objects you find throughout the land. To do this, you need the help of an elemental named, for some confusing reason, mana. Then those items can in turn be used to break open or make other special weapons or substances. And while other party members use standard weapons, Klain primarily uses mana, the essence, not the being, for his arsenal. Got it?
It's not possible.
Yeah, neither did we. Until we played it. Then it was fairly simple and intuitive. Seriously, the mana synthesis provides a bit of strategy to an otherwise typical battle system, which ends up becoming the standout aspect of the game. Outside of the battles, Atelier Iris feels like a stock 16-bit RPG. There's a bit of mild humor and no shortage of awkward moments in the forest between two half-naked girls.
Some rain, huh?
Yeah, I'm soaked.
Yeah. Actually, the game is full of suspicious undertones. Check out this little exchange.
What's up, man? Anything for me today?
I'm making a fishing lure. I need some stained grass.
Sure. A fishing lure. Wink, wink, gotcha. And as we all know, stained grass is the gateway to some hardcore mana abuse.
I need to get home so I can do some mana fusion.
The limited animation makes Scooby-Doo look like Fantasia. Sure, the sprites look almost painted, but they move like an epileptic in an electrical storm. The audio elements fare much better. The voiceover is energetic and the music is quirky and fresh, like this little number. Although that's clearly a Coldplay ripoff. So, while it may closely resemble the look and feel of a Final Fantasy circa 1991, Atelier Iris will probably please role-playing fans, but it lacks the density to draw in a broader audience. After breaking it open, we extracted 3 mana pots out of 5.
Thank you. You're dismissed.
Oh, pretentiously titled Totally Average RPG, we encourage our viewers not to buy you. We tell them instead to rent you at Gamefly.com.
Gamefly has hundreds of games to rent or buy, and then you can save your money to buy life-saving insulin instead.
Or refills for your inhaler, because we geeks are a sickly people.
For example, I suffer from exhaustion, ADD, carpal tunnel syndrome, RPG radiculopathy, high blood pressure, bipolar disorder, furry phobia, violent stabbing pains in my eyes, my leg is...
Coming up, so close to reality, it's kind of disturbing. It's Full Spectrum Warrior 10 Hammers. They support our troops. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
And we thank the troops for sending us some very complimentary viewer mail.
Welcome back to X-Play. We actually have a lot of people in the armed forces who watch this show. Hello. And we wanted to thank them, thank you, by showing the trailer for the new Full Spectrum Warrior 10 Hammers game.
And then we watched the trailer and it was, well, we think there's a game in there somewhere.
Sergeant Barron, hold up. In a split second, your world can go from calm to utter chaos.
Incoming!
the battlefield of the 21st century. Warrior, 10 hammers. Take command.
So as a treat to the armed forces, we showed them what a day in their life is like.
Yeah, so much for escapism.
Yeah, maybe we'll try Cameo next time.
I like the guy's, the announcer's voice.
Yes. Very...
Full Spectrum Warrior, 10 hammers.
But they don't have announcers in Iraq.
They should, though. And there were maybe like 20 seconds of gameplay in that entire trailer. I learned very little.
Well, okay, what we do know is that 10 Hammers is supposed to have an improved interface and new non-desert levels like Swampland.
Swampland?
Yeah, don't go away.
I wonder if there's a lava level.
Yeah, that'd be good. Well, the lava monster like in those Marines has.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, don't go away, because we'll be reviewing one of the strangest games to come out in 2005 next.
And you've never seen anything like it.
Well, maybe that one time when you licked that psychedelic toad. Well.
Up next, dude, we're like totally freaked out by Killer 7.
You gotta help me.
Turn the creepy up to 11. It's Adam Sessler, Morgan Webb, and a Killer 7 review.
Welcome back to X-Play.
As the disembodied voice said, we have Killer 7 review. This is the hyper-violent game that has been intriguing us for the last couple of E3s.
It's got a very unique art style and an even more original plot. So you play a hitman with 7 distinct personalities, and each of them are playable in the game.
Will it be revolutionary or just revolting?
Find out in our review of Killer 7.
Some say there's a little part of everyone that belongs in hell. Within the lightning and shadow-lit rooms of Harmon Smith's mind is a group of 7 that are already there.
And the devil have mercy.
Killer 7 presents a deeply involving universe where surreality tears away the fabric of reality, replacing it with the murky depth of psychotic possibility. Heaven Smile is a terrorist group intent on setting the world aflame with the sadistic brightness of its knife-sliced grin. Solely for the sweet scream of terror itself. The main storyline places the United States and Japan precariously on a ledge between protection and total annihilation by the hands of the vile Heaven Smile gang. Inside of this global struggle lies the game space. It exists within the twilight of an existential deathscape, a place where only the 7 killers, their victims, and the ruthless Heaven Smile can ply their art unimpeded. Harmon Smith and his 7 killer personalities, who are also surnamed Smith, have unique weapons and abilities with which to deal death and dissolve certain obstacles. Your previous victims act as ghostly guides, bleeding and hissing esoterica concerning upcoming difficulty. The game's animation style is thoroughly immersive. Regrettably, the story seems to have leapt ahead of the title's gaming system, sadly leaving our digits dangling and disappointed.
Rested.
The game operates on an extremely tight rail system. It becomes evident quickly which way the title is shoving you. Load screens further detracted from flow and fatigued a riveting game experience. Witnessing cutscenes populated by truly original characters and plot lines is only gratifying if gaming interactivity is recognized as well. Otherwise, you might as well just kick back, pop some corn, and watch it. The murder of Smiths included do upgrade nicely and each have interesting representative powers. Take the only female Smith, for example. Kaeda Smith is able to summon deadly spirits by slicing her wrists and showering trouble spots with her body's platelet-flavored fuel. Other killers include Kevin Smith, an albino of mysterious origin whose weapons of choice are throwing knives. Each created an interesting glimpse into why they exist as messengers of Muerto. We hope this game becomes a gateway title for similar disciplines concerning character, story, and artistic detail. We also hope the interactive gaming elements don't get the shallow grave they did with Killer 7.
Forgive me.
maniacal laugh at the gates of heaven. We give it a 3 out of 5. You know, I think people are pretty polarized over Killer 7. They seem to either love it or they seem to hate it.
And of course, we fell in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Yes, which is why I got a 3 out of 5, and which is why we hope to make a sequel that fixes some of the gameplay problems.
But if they're gonna do that, take less than, 10 years or however long it took them. Anyway,
Yeah.
people who love story and presentation, in other words, the Metal Gear fans, they will probably love this.
People who put an emphasis on satisfying gameplay, they're gonna hate it. This is one of those games that's sort of a lot better in concept than it is in execution.
Like 13. Oh, 13. We did an entire episode about 13 and the development of that game. Because it had this amazing cell shaded look. It made you think you were playing inside of a comic book. Then we actually reviewed the game.
Life is full of disappointments, as demonstrated by this coincidentally on-topic viewer mail.
Today's viewer mail is from Dork Assassin. He writes, every year you guys have to go to E3 and see early builds of big games that look awesome, and then don't deliver when they come out. Over the last couple of years, what have been the most disappointing games to you personally? Well, Dork Assassin, my life is full of personal disappointments.
But as we said earlier, 13 was a huge letdown, but that's not the only one. I was let down by Conquer.
Yeah, I know we gave it a 4, but I think you and I personally have a little bit of an issue with it.
Well, it's the camera which really just kind of...
that single player, you don't keep a 10-year-old camera inside the game, or 6-year-old, whatever. GoldenEye Rogue Agent, that should have been fun. I saw that at E3. I thought this should be really cool. No,
you want to play the bad guy, play the evil guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't really work
then one of the
out.
most famous ones of all time is Daikatana.
Yeah.
But we kind of knew that was going to suck well ahead of the time that it was actually released.
Yeah, and the Matrix games.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know if I had
kind of knew it was going to be bad, but I was hoping.
Yeah, we're intuitive that way.